Hi all, Sweets Trading Cards here. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and that's open some sealed product. And Heritage is always one of my favorite things, and I was able to pick up a couple of blasters at Walmart. I do have a few more coming in the mail. I might make a video on those too, but since this just came out and these videos seem to be pretty popular, and I'm still waiting on PSA orders to come back, I'm gonna go ahead and rip these for you, and let's see what we get. So at the end of this, I do have a bit of a rant, so I'm going to hold that off to the end. Keep the rip positive, but if you do want to hear my thoughts on some things later regarding distribution of this set, definitely hang out or skip to the end if you don't want to watch this. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Heritage is one of my favorite sets. It's for collectors, you know. Really brings back some nostalgia of opening. So, anyways, let's see what we got. There's a few changes here. They added some green bordered variations. I haven't seen the blue. I did see that they do have purple hot boxes still. That was something in question. But there's no like blue sparkle chromes, and those are always kind of one of my favorites too. So there are some other things in here though. So still good. I love this 75 set. I know you either love it or hate it. But we're gonna go through here. Oh, it looks like we got our first parallel here in Aqua, and it is Andrew Vaughn. Try and get those closer here. Okay, I'll set that down. Joey Ortiz, Josh Smith, Ahmad Rosario, and Tyler Anderson. And with Heritage, you never know when you got something that's on, so it's always good to check the back here. Also find any short prints, anything from 701 to 725 is a short print. So, and a lot of those I looked on the checklist, the rookies are not the big name rookies. But, you know, if one of those guys does actually get popular, those are going to be some pretty nice things here. So, Cade Smith was really good out of the bullpen last year. Yaro Rodriguez, Daryl Hernandez, Travis Darno. This looks... yeah. That is... says white border, but obviously not a white border. That's the first of our greens. So we've got an aqua now, and we've got a green. Jake Fraley, Andy Pajes, Nick Gordon, and the regular Travis Darno. So I don't think anything 700 or higher. Anything else there? No. Okay. Third one here. I don't really have a great setup for opening cards, so apologize if this is a little not the quality that you see on other videos, but anyways. Alright, who we got here? We got Alex Bregman, Matt Waldron, Aroldis Chapman. Crazy that he's going to be the closer for Boston this year. Oh, here we got a perfectly programmed Joe Morgan. It's kind of... I guess that's about when computer stuff was starting to take off, the very, you know, back end stuff of it. So I guess it does kind of match the 75. First, I thought it was kind of a not really appropriate to the theme, but yeah, it does kind of. You know, that's kind of when mid to late 70s when computer science really did start to take off. We didn't see the effects of it in everyday life until much later, but Jordan Montgomery, Victor Scott II, here Nola, Connor Kaiser. Here we got Aroldis Chapman in the green. And doubled up on our Chapmans here. We got a Matt Chapman, Naoki Iwasara, Tyler Mahle, and Austin Martin. Haven't hit any of the big rookies yet. There's a few that won't be in this, except for maybe some inserts. Ellie, Jason Dominguez, Pete Crow Armstrong made it into the regular set. Evan Carter, A handful of other bigger ones, but a lot of the bigger name ones, because they didn't debut until in the season, didn't make it into the first Heritage base set, and are in the high numbers. So this is a pretty loaded set for rookies. Here we got Hunter Renfroe, Yondris Gomez, Reese Hoskins. Here we got our Chrome, and it is numbered to 699. It's Garrett Cullen Blake Snell. Unfortunately, he ain't got one of the double league leader ones. Oh, but still, numbered card, one in every blaster is, you know, pretty decent. Definitely higher than what we've seen for previous Heritage things, but oh, and there we go. Robert Suarez was a short print, so we'll set him aside. And yeah, that's not one of the rookies, but there are a few in there. I know, like Ben Brown for my Cubs. He just earned the 5th starting spot. He's got a rookie in the top, or in those last 25 cards, and quite a few of the other ones. So, like I said, if one of those guys actually turns up and gets pretty good, it could be a big thing. So, got Blaze Alexander, Gordon Burns, Kai Wei Tang. We got Nick Lodolo on the green. Oh, looks like we got a white coming up. That's cool. And that's going to be J.D. Davis. I got Michael Bush, Logan O'Hoppe, and Rowdy Tellez. And we got 2 more in here. Eric Fetty, Kevin Stone, Joe Musgrove, Kyle Manzardo rookie, the Vet, and the Kid. So we got Sal and Bobby. That's kind of a cool card. That insert, yeah. Haven't seen that yet, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to set that aside. Cole Winn, Ramon Laureano, Ranger Suarez, and Isaac Paredes. Not a green, it's just the normal green border, but do we have any 700s? Don't see it. And last pack, maybe a little last pack magic here. This garbage out of the way. You guys don't need to be. Put that on the screen. All right, here we got Jesse Winkler, Winsell Perez, Austin Hedges, Jack Leiter. He made the roster this year as starter, so interesting to see what he does. Stephen Kolek. Here we have 2024 rookie pitchers. Landon Root made the roster for San Francisco. He'll be one of the starters, looks like. Chuck Peterson, Willie Castro, and Matt Carpenter is still getting cards. That's crazy. Okay, so Stephen Kolek was a short print. That's a rookie, so yeah. Excuse me. That's it for box 1. No big hits. Obviously, you know, a lot of parallels, 3 parallels there. 4, a couple short prints, couple inserts, and then the one chrome that you're supposed to get. So, not bad. And let's go ahead and see what box number 2 has here. Just a sec here. Background there. All right. Set these over here. See what we get. That one's not wanting to open. Must be something good in here. My gosh. Gonna have to resort to a little extra help. Still don't have a great opening. Alright, there we go. And it's probably just a base pack after all that. We'll see. Alright, we got Jackson Rutledge, Fernando Tatis Jr., Alec Marsh, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Jason Foley, Trevor Rogers. I got rookie pitchers here for, it's kind of an assortment. Nobody there I really recognize, so. And Chas McCormick and Connor Wong. Yeah, pretty much just a base pack. There is Jason Foley is going to be short print, so set that aside. And next pack, hopefully this is a little easier to rip. My goodness. There we go. All right, here we got Anthony Veneziano, Tyler Back rookie. There we go, Jackson Cheerio. Just looking for one of the big ones there. The Fred Lynn Files. I know this was, I think, the year that he was a rookie and came out and did everything. A little before my time. Well, I was born a year after the original set came out, but so the 75. But yeah, I don't know. That's not a huge collector name, but I know old-time Boston fans are big on him, so kind of cool to give him that shout out. Somebody you wouldn't normally see a lot of stuff on. I know that's a there. All right, the packs are opening easier. Let's see if they give up their goods a little nicer too here, huh? See what we get. Teoscar Hernandez, Ryan Kirkring, Landon Knack. Oh, here's our Chrome. It's going to be Garrett Mitchell out of $6.99. And also got our green, Naoki Iwasawa. And the last year greens, Tanner Scott, Luis Rengifo, Jake Bowers, Jonathan Clase. I don't think there's any specials or short prints here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, moving on to the next one. All right, Justin Turner, now with my Cubbies. Excited about that. Carlos Santana, Chris Sale, Matt Sauer, Vidal Brujan, also with my Cubbies now. I don't think that's the, yeah. Yamamoto rookie card, and there's a decent rookie hit. There, Robert Gasser, Rizal Iglesias, and James Paxton. And he showed, yep, the Vidal Brujan is a short print, so put that over there. Nothing else special there. Man, this one has had some packs that just did not want to open. Got Austin Hedges. Got another Jack Leiter. Christopher Morel. Got rookie pitchers. Don't recognize any of those, but Connor Kaiser. We got a rookie on the green. And Shea Langoliers, Andre Lipskus, Marcus Stroman, and Keaton Wynn. And 3 more packs to go here. So we're just going to use the box cutter on the rest of these. Carl Manzardo rookie, Jesse Winkler, Marcel Perez. Oh, here we got one of the rookie performers. Got a Noel V. Marte. Jake Cronenworth. Alexander Canario, no longer with the Cubs. I think the Mets had picked him up, but then it looked like they weren't going to have room. So he did have a decent spring. Maybe someone will pick him up and see where he goes. So he was part of our return for the Chris Bryant trade to the Giants. And never really panned out. And we got a big logjam in the outfield, so he was out of options. This didn't work out, but hopefully he can make a name somewhere. Alright. Here we got Kaiwei Tang, Eric Fetty, Gavin Stone. Oh, got a mini. These have been pretty hard to snag, these minis, so anybody looking to make a set of those might be having a hard time with these. Whereas with the first series, they had them in their own boxes. Here we got Matt Chapman on the green, Jack Peterson, Willie Castro, Matt Carpenter, Anthony Molina. I think I forgot to check for short prints there. That's one. Oh. One thing with Heritage, when you're all done, you kind of have to go back through it again and make sure you didn't miss anything. So, okay. Last pack magic here, hopefully. See if we can't get something. Love to get a real one auto. I've been seeing a lot of those be opened here. Watched quite a few videos of this yesterday while I was mindlessly clicking on the Topps website, but we'll get into that here in a moment. Sargans, Blaze Alexander again, Corbin Burns. Here's our Aqua, Jorge Soler, and Mariano, Ranger Suarez, Isak Paredes, and we have a Giants rookie. This is the one we had earlier, Landon Root, in there. One of the starters, and yeah, no short print in there or anything. So, anyways, not the best of openings. Not really any big hits. A couple rookie. I think Churio was the best base rookie we got, which isn't. Churio's great, but you know, would have liked to have hit a couple more. Maybe a Skeens. You know, I would have liked to have gotten an Imanaga, Merrill. You know, a lot of guys in there. So the second one didn't really match up on any of our parallels to anybody good. Chapman, All-Star, possible borderline future Hall of Famer. I think he's 48 WAR or something already, so at around 32. So he's got a chance. But yeah, nothing huge there. No big names. No auto. You know, didn't get a big hit, obviously. But anyways, a lot of fun. I love Heritage. I'm going to wrap up the rip part of this here, and I am going to go into a bit of a rant. So, you know, if you're welcome to move on if you don't want to hear it or whatever, but if you do, that's great. If you don't, do appreciate you watching, and if you could give us a like or subscribe, trying to get this new channel going. Definitely appreciate all the support we can get. So anyways, okay, so I'm going to get into this here. So Heritage is a product that, you know, you can go buy 2022 high number right now. Basically, the cost that it was when it first released. You can get a chance at a Bobby Witt rookie card or Bobby Witt, you know, Real One Auto, Red Ink even, you know, there's those kind of things. And that's kind of what I've always envisioned Heritage as. And for some reason, Topps is really short printed this set this year. There's not a lot of product out there. People have had trouble getting it. It's being scalped at 2 times MSRP right now, in large part because of it. And you can tell it's a lot more short printed because you know, you're seeing people open hobby boxes, and you're supposed, previously you would get an auto, maybe 1 in every 3 boxes, and the rest were relics. I saw a lot of guys yesterday getting multiple autos, or an auto and a relic, which was almost unheard of with that. You're getting a numbered card in every blaster. You know, you're getting 5 numbered cards in a hobby box. So they definitely cut down the production. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it was so late and they didn't want to get stuck with a bunch of it or whatnot. I hope this isn't a future trend with Heritage, because Heritage is supposed to be there for the collector. You know, it's a set builder set. It's not a FOMO hype set that people have to go out and buy and scalp and flip. And if we're doing this to our low-end products like this, you know, it's a little concerning, because in my opinion, if one thing is going to kill the hobby, it's going to be not being able to get cards for the everyday person, for the dad and his kid, to be able to stop by Walmart and pick up a box and open something up. And I think this was a big mistake by Topps. Yes, we all love getting more hits. You know, that's great. You know, I got a numbered card in every blaster. That sounds great. But in reality, if you can't get those blasters, or if you can't get the hobby boxes, and these are up from previous years, you know, that you used to be able to get a hobby box for about 80, and this year they were at 100. So they even raised their price. They cut their production, but yeah, it's I don't know. Anyways, just a rant and my thoughts. I don't want to go on too long about it, but curious to hear your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you feel. I know people having trouble getting it from Topps directly on the website yesterday was an issue. I was wanted to pick up just a hobby box. I wasn't trying to buy a bunch to make a big profit off of it, but a big part of that is Shopify. They had a major issue with being able to put things in the cart. But the main cause of all that also was just the massive influx and people already realizing that this was short, you know, there wasn't a lot of this, and selling it for twice as much, and the box is going for that much. And I love the fact that on Topps website, they the whole time you were clicking in frustration, they kept showing this ad of, yeah, you can get a go on Fanatics Live and rip a box, or doing that. And they were on there, you know, selling boxes, personal boxes to rip for $200, or, you know, doing their breaks and stuff. And just, I don't know, old man yelling at cloud here, but I don't think that's what's going to sustain the hobby, especially for a product like this. You've got plenty of products that feed that hype and that FOMO. Heritage doesn't need to be one of them. Make enough product that it's fine, that people can enjoy it with their kids, be able to pick up a box here or there and not have to spend too much. It's just something Topps has to be better at, you know, remembering the little guy. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Again, appreciate any feedback, any comments. Tell me how you feel. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and hope you all have a great day. Happy opening day. All right.